Hello, welcome back to Farmer's Wife Homestead. I'm Stacey if this is the first time we're meeting. Welcome back to my farmhouse kitchen, and today you're just going to keep me company in the kitchen. First of all, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who has purchased my ebook, Soups for Every Season. I changed the name, and yeah, I told you about that in the last video, and all the details will be in the description if you want to have a look at it. But yeah, it's I thank you ever so much for purchasing it. It's on special until 11:59 p.m. this coming Sunday New Zealand time, and yeah, so it's on special for only $5, and yeah, I'd love it if you wanted to take a look at it and help support me and my channel. Anyway, so today we are going to be just doing a few odd sods around the kitchen that I need to do. I've left this jar out because it's my nacho mix and I need to make up a new batch. I've got no pancake mix, so I should really make up some of that as well. So we might do that as well, actually. That was just a side thought. I've got a huge box of lemons as well as I've got this huge box of lemons, and I need to process them. They've been sitting on this counter for probably 2 weeks, and I can smell one has gone a bit rank. Yeah, in fact I can see it. I need to juice those and pop the juice into the freezer. What else are we doing? I'm going to make, with the lemon juice, I'm like, okay, what should we do? We've got to do something with the lemon juice. So I've grabbed a couple of bags of these super wine biscuits. They're just a plain vanilla biscuit, and I've got a no-bake apricot slice that I usually do, and I've shared this recipe on a video before, and we're going to make a lemon version. So we'll do that. And then I'm recipe testing another baking recipe for a brownie, and that's going to go in the slow cooker. So I'm not going to share that recipe today, but I'm going to be working on that recipe. Yeah, so okay, let's get straight into what should I do first. I really need to get this brownie in the slow cooker because it's heating up. Right, so I'm just going to start throwing ingredients in and test this recipe, and if it works out, I will definitely let you know in the next video, and then I can share that recipe with you. I'll pop it on the website, and don't worry, just because I'm releasing ebooks doesn't mean that my recipes are all going to be for sale now. That's definitely not what I'm all about. It's just a way to share some extra, you know, I'm getting asked all the time if I could do a cookbook and things like that, and it's just one of the ways that I can earn some extra funds to help me and my channel, because I'm definitely going to need some new equipment soon. I'd love to get a lapel mic, because what that will do is cut out all the clanging noise and stuff like that, and it'll just make you know, like I don't have a microphone at all. So, oh, I'm getting butter everywhere. Alright, so stop chatting and concentrate. So we're going to put butter, sugar. I'm trying to decide whether to use, I haven't tried this recipe before. I'm making this up as I go, as I do. It's the same with the lemon slice. I will share that recipe straight away. So I think I will do some brown sugar and some white. Brownies aren't the healthiest things. Right, what else am I going to do? I don't make a lot of brownies actually, so it'd be quite nice to have a brownie recipe that I can utilise. What else have I been up to? I talked in the last video, at the end of the video, if you watched it all the way through, about feeling a bit burnt out in the kitchen, and I got quite a few people leaving some great tips and things, and a few people actually said that I was the one that helped them get out of their kitchen funk and things like that. And I do. I receive a lot of messages from people saying the same thing. But it's a bit different when I get into that funk. So yeah, it's like, but I just need to listen to and practice my own thoughts. So I've got my kitchen folder up and going now, and I need to sit down and come up with some plans. I need to get my meal planner going again, and I need some freezer meals. But the biggest thing I've been working on the last few days is I'm going to do a 15-minute meals video. So yeah, I'm losing a creativity, and I am pretty exhausted at the moment, as I know a lot of people are. And when you've been cooking for a family for so long, like I have, I had my first baby at 18 years old, so I've been cooking and being a mum, and I'm 53 now. So you do the math. Bits, can you put the math up? How long I've been doing the mum thing for? Bids is my daughter, by the way. She edits the videos for me. Yeah, so it's, yeah, a lot of you were saying the same thing. You get sick of cooking and stuff like that. So let's work at it together. Let's come up with some ideas. And the first thing I thought of was, I'd love to get dinner on the table in 15 minutes. So I've already got 3 recipes, and I'm going to do another one tonight. And as soon as I'm happy with them, I am going to share that video. So keep an eye out for that video, because yeah, I think if you've got the ingredients on hand and you can make 15-minute meals, that's great, in my opinion. Chocolate brownie. How am I going to make chocolate brownie without chocolate chips? I've got white chocolate chips, but no chocolate chips. I could swear I had a big bag of chocolate chips in the freezer. Apparently not. So, I'm going to use cocoa powder, and then I'm just going to stir some white chocolate chips through it. I don't know. This is a recipe test anyway. So, I've just, the butter is almost melted. Just going to let that sugar dissolve a bit better. It's a bit too hot for me to put the chocolate chips in, so that's fine. I will mix that through soon. So I'm just going to add a little bit more cocoa than what I was going to intend to, simply because I don't have the chocolate chips now. I've got the white chocolate chips, but not the chocolate chips. And I'm just going to add that to my Gilmore's shopping list, and I'm going into town tomorrow, so I'll get that tomorrow. So I'm going to swap this to a whisk. I actually really enjoy recipe testing, and that's why the eBooks are exciting to me, because I can create new recipes for the eBooks and stuff like that, and I create lots of recipes for the videos as well. Right, that's perfect. Okay, there's the. Now I'm going to pop that into the kitchen whiz and start adding eggs one at a time. I'm just adding the eggs one at a time and beating very, very well. brownie is a great way to use up loads of eggs too though. Okay, so I'm going to add in the chocolate chips and the flour. Oh, that looks really good. Right, and we'll put it into the slow cooker. Right, I've already preheated this. Oh, that's hot. Now we're going to pour the batter into there. I have no clue if this is going to work. Right, apparently you just pop the lid on. Need to clean up the lid. It's on low. Let's give it a go. Right, I'm just getting my tray ready for the next slice, and if you haven't seen before, I like to use these little bulldog clips to hold baking paper in place, and they can go in the oven, no problem. I use them in the freezer, and it just, yeah, it's just a great little hack, and you can pick them up for next to nothing. Right, so the tray is ready. So I've got my recipe for apricot slice, and I really don't know how this is going to turn out. So it's normally got 2 cups of chopped apricots. I've already done the biscuit base, so I've just I had 2 packets of those super wine vanilla biscuits, so I've crushed them up to a fine powder. I've got butter, and I meant to make this last week, so I made up some condensed milk, sweetened condensed milk. If you haven't seen that video, I will link that in the description. It's my most popular video, and it's how to make sweetened condensed milk in under 5 minutes. And yeah, so it's just got a bit of foam on the top. So this has just been sitting in the fridge for a week. So I'm going to melt that with the butter, and then we'll do some lemons. Okay, so I've got the butter in there. Grab myself a wooden spoon, and I'm going to start melting this butter. And once it's like half melted, I'm going to, it would be equivalent of a can of sweetened condensed milk, and a can is 395 grams, so I'm just going to measure out 395 grams. Saves you so much money. All it is sugar, milk powder, and some water. Okay, so we're going to combine these, and I'm going to zest 3 lemons, and trying to decide how much lemon juice. I'm going to start with half a cup, and then it's going to have a lemon icing. And I will definitely link this one in the description if it turns out nice. I've just added the sugar to it now, and I'm just going to stir this until the butter has melted and I don't feel the grittiness of the sugar anymore. I can't decide if I'm going to put the lemon juice in here or put it directly into the biscuit. Okay, so you just want to grate some zest into the actual slice, because the zest has all the essential oils in it. It'll give you the more lemony taste. And all I do with my lemons is, last year I canned lemon juice and I didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. In my eyes, big fail for me. Didn't like it. I have for years just juiced a whole heap of lemons in the winter when the tree is producing so much, and jarred it into litre jars, and then just thaw one jar at a time and leave it in the fridge, and that has worked for me. The only time it didn't work was when I tried to make lemon meringue pie, the lemon curd split, and I think it was because there was just too much water from the frozen lemons, but that's fine, I can live with that. So I'm going to juice this, all these lemons, this box of lemons, into pint-sized jars this time though. Right, what am I going to do now? I should really measure the juice so that I can share it with you guys. So I'm just going to cut the lemons, and I'm thinking maybe half a cup would be good because the slice is quite sweet anyway. It's got sweetened condensed milk and a bit of sugar, so I reckon this could be quite nice. Like I said, I haven't done this before. It's school holidays over here at the moment, so school holidays used to be my favourite time of the year when my kids were at home. I loved being out of the routine of school, and we used to get up to lots of fun. Right, so this is a 1/4 cup. Oh, that's just about perfect. So it's just shy. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Can you see that? I left it. It's burnt on the bottom. I wonder if it tastes burnt. My rule to myself is never bake when you're feeling tired. And today, folks, I'm tired. Oh, that's big chunks. Big chunks of brown. Right, first I'm going to do, and if you've been around for a long time, I don't edit out mistakes. Let's see if we can save this. Okay, it doesn't taste burnt. That's the good news. I caught it just in time. So, all I'm going to do is I've got the sieve. I'm placing it over the bowl, and we're going to sieve out the caramelised burnt bits on the bottom. Look at it. Right, that's worked well. Now, because I've put half a cup of liquid in there as well, it's quite a lot soupier than what it would normally be. What to do, Stace? What to do? Okay, I've got some desiccated coconut shreds here. I'm going to pop some of that in. And that's going to soak up a bit more of the fluid. So it's a lemon coconut slice now. I could add some more crushed biscuits, but I don't know, let's see. Oh my goodness, Stacey. You are skating on thin ice today. Oh, today's not my day. Well, I'm going to taste it. Wow. That's really yum. Okay. Stop fiddling with it. I'm going to pop some cling film over the top and then pop this in the fridge. That's actually quite tasty. The lemon balances out the sweetness. My kitchen is a disaster. I'm going to stop the camera for a minute, reset the kitchen. This just goes to prove that even I have bad days in the kitchen, and it just seems like lately a lot of bad days in the kitchen. But that's because my heart's not in it at the moment, and that's fine. I'm trying to give myself grace, and I'm trying to know that it's okay after how many years, Bids? That it's okay to be burnt out, and it's okay to ask for help. And I've been standing here thinking, you know what, I might ask husband if he can take a couple of nights, maybe the weekends or something, and he can do some cooking. He's a fantastic cook, and we eat fairly simply, so I think I'm going to ask him if he could take over like a Friday and a Saturday night or something like that, just to give me a break, and that might help. And then over the next few videos we're going to work on just simplifying things in the kitchen like I used to do. And I've got out of the habit. I don't do freezer meals anymore. I hardly meal plan anymore, and it really shows, and it is stressing me out. So if I'm like that, I know many of you will be the same. Right, I'm going to have a tidy up, because usually I'm very tidy as I work in the kitchen, but today I'm not. So I've had two things that have turned a bit you probably won't get to see the brownie, because as I said, I'm working on that recipe, and I'm kind of working on this recipe as well. Who knows where this video is going to end up, my friends. I'm just giving everything a wash up, and then we'll juice all of these into some jars, pop them in the freezer, date them, pop them in the freezer. I'll leave some out for the icing. The chocolate brownie smells delicious. And for dinner tonight I've got some beef schnitzel thawing, and I'm going to make another, well, I'm going to attempt to make another 15-minute meal. Right, so I've got a bowl, my sieve, and I'm just going to chop these lemons in half and just give them a squeeze. It's as easy as that. You can put it into ice cube trays and just fill up a bag of little lemon ice cubes. But if you're in the southern hemisphere, now's the time to do all your lemons, because they're abundant right now. And if you don't have a lemon tree, you know, then they should be cheaper to buy at the moment. So yeah, this is going to be me for probably the next 5 minutes by the time I get through all these. And then I'll just probably make up some nacho mix. I won't show that because we've done that before. There's no point rehashing it. But I will link the video below in case you haven't seen it before. If you didn't know and you're new here, if you are new here, welcome, by the way. It's great to have you here. And of course, I appreciate all my OG originals who are here every video. I see you, and I really appreciate you, and all your kindness, love, messages, everything. I just can't tell you how much I appreciate it. So yeah, we all have good days, we all have bad days, and as I said earlier, I'm just the same. I'm tired, you know. I did take a couple of weeks off filming, but I didn't get the rest that I was hoping to get, so I'm trying to I'm trying to be good to myself. And I look forward to hubby maybe taking over a couple of nights. I'm very lucky that he is the type of man that would just go, of course I will, darling. It's also handy that he knows his way around the kitchen. Well, so once I've done this and put it into jars, as I said, I'm just going to pop it straight into the freezer. There's not a lot else for me to do today. So what I decided to do is I'm just going to make up a simple icing. And as I said earlier, the recipe will be on my website. And I tasted, just there was a scraping left on the bowl, and I tasted it and it's so delicious. So I think this one's going to work just well. I think it's going to set just well, but I will set it overnight, and I will let you know in the morning. I will bring the camera back out and let you know in the morning how it tastes and if it was a success or not, and same with the brownie. And because, I mean, let's face it, if you can have a hands-off brownie, that will be great. Something that you can pop in your slow cooker and then come back to and it's all done. That's a win-win for me. Don't forget to leave headspace. This one's going straight into the fridge, and I'm just going to leave a little bit in the bottom for the icing. So I'll use this one in the fridge. These two will go in the freezer, and I will probably do double again. So I'm just going to put a normal lid on, and yeah, I used to go through 2 pints a year, so I want about 6 of these, and I'm just using lids that I've already used before. Now it's made up a nice little icing. Whew, that's nice and tart. Yum. Right, just before I head off, I know I already said goodbye, but I'm just going to ice this. I think I've made too much icing. It's very tart, but that's what I wanted because the slice itself is quite sweet. And I don't want it too thick on there, contrary to how I've done it so far. A bit messy, to be expected today. Actually, it's going to be the perfect amount of icing. So all it was some lemon juice, icing sugar. I didn't do any of the measurements, unfortunately. I'm just going to have to guesstimate. But the slice is setting up quite nicely, so I think it will work out quite nice. So I've got the tart icing. Perfect. Yum. Back in the fridge, and we will taste it tomorrow. Okay, good morning. Excuse my attire and the redness of my face. I've just been down feeding the animals. One of my grandchildren is turning 3, so I'm going to go off and celebrate with them, and yeah, I just wanted to finish this video off. So the slow cooker chocolate brownie needs a little bit of work, so stop focusing on my face, but I'll just get one piece out. So it's quite fudgy, so that's really nice. But the outside cooks way faster than the inside, so I'm going to play around with this recipe. The taste was really good considering it didn't have any actual chocolate in it. It was just cocoa powder, which makes it a cheaper chocolate brownie. So yeah, so I'll work on that and I will bring that to you in another video when that recipe is ready. But here is the lovely lemon slice. Let's cut into this. Look at that icing, yum. Right, my big knife that I would usually use for this job is in the dishwasher. Okay, so this is a slightly softer version than what I would normally have, and that was because it had the extra half a cup of lemon juice in there, but I think it should still be nice. Let's turn this around. Okay, so here is the lemon slice. Now let's go with the taste. I'm not happy with the texture. That's actually really nice. So I'm going to play around with the texture. It's going to need more biscuits to that recipe, so I'm not going to bring you the recipe. I'm not going to pop it on the website just yet. I'm going to make up another batch, but the taste is spot on. That tart lemon icing works really well with the sweet base. So I will let you know when that goes up on the website, but just give me another week to play with it. So yeah, as I said, even Stacey has bad days in the kitchen. I have more bad days in the kitchen than I care to even think about, but I also like to keep experimenting and trying different flavors and things like that. And yeah, I mean, especially if I'm tired, I should never cook. Never. Anyway, I just want to remind you about my soups for every season ebook. If you've already purchased it, I thank you so much. If you want to consider it, please do. It's only going to be at this special price for the rest of today, being Sunday the 28th until midnight tonight, and then it's going to be available after that, but at the normal price of $6.99 rather than $5. So yeah, thank you very much, and I'm already working on the next one. The next one's going to be family favourite recipes, and there's going to be more recipes in that one. And then I'm also working on a Christmas one, so I'm super excited about that. Alright, as always, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you on the next one. Alright, bye for now.